Oh, today is Monday, December 18th. This will probably be the only video we make all week, because we're just going to be factoring all week.
Okay, 1,000.
So there's one last kind of new factoring, kind of new. I gave everyone a worksheet. I'll show you YouTube videos, the worksheet in a minute, so you can write down all the problems and do them all. But so something like this. Let's go x squared minus 6xy minus 16y squared. Does that look like something we've factored before?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
Just kidding, no.
Could you factor this?
Yeah.
No. Ignore that for a second. How would you factor that?
X.
X times x is x squared. Figure out what multiplies to 16. 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. Can I make any of those add up to negative 6? Yeah, 8 minus, no, 2 minus 8, right?
Yeah.
It's negative 6. So it'd be positive 2, negative 8. Boom, done. Works, right? Well, check this out. This is nearly exactly the same thing. What do you notice though?
But that one's squared.
It has Y.
It has y and y squared. The only difference is, don't like freak out, it's nothing crazy. You still do this. You still go x and x. The only difference is when you do the back one, when you're like, hey, what multiplies to 16? It's still 2 and 8, and it's still going to be positive 2 minus 8. The only difference is you put a y with them.
Okay.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, you just add the Y.
You just add the y at the
fill in
end.
Y.
Because
Okay.
then watch what happens when you multiply it out. You get x times x is x squared. X times negative 8y would be negative 8xy. Positive 2y times x is positive 2x. Yx, xy, same thing. Usually you put them in alphabetical order. And then 2y times negative 8y is negative 16y squared. So it ends up with the y's in there.
Okay.
So it's the exact same thing. You just throw the other letter in the back.
That's not too hard.
Nope. So one more quick example. First thing you should always check is, do they have anything in common? Always, every single problem.
Yes.
What?
M.
M? That one doesn't have an M.
Just kidding, N. No.
That one doesn't have an N.
Just M.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So now we proceed. It's
Add.
just regular factoring. What multiplies to 3m squared? 3m times m. What multiplies to 5? 1 and 5. And you might be like, well, 1 and 5 don't add up to negative 14. But this one doesn't have, it's not as simple. Remember, when there's a number in front, it's not as simple. You actually need to plug those numbers in, multiply it out, and see if you can get the 14 in the middle. So I'm just going to go ahead and guess 1 and 5 first. Could be 5 and 1. Order matters on this one. Multiply it out. 3, oops, well, we'll put that n in there later. 3m times 5 would be 15m. 1 times m is 1m. Can I get negative 14 from that? Yes. Which?
15 minus 1.
Not 15 minus 1.
1 minus
That'd be
15.
positive 14.
1 minus
1 minus
Negative
15. So the 1 is positive. The 5 is negative. What'd I forget?
The N.
I just need to put an n right there and back there. And now it's right. So
That's
don't let those fool you. Because that's on the worksheet I just gave you. It'll have 2 letters. You just put that other letter in there.
Okay.
The other thing on this worksheet, many of them will be like, you look at it and you'll be like, hey, that's not difference of squares. That's why I can't factor. What's the first thing you always need to look for?
The x squared?
Very first thing. What they have in common. 9? No, 9 doesn't go into 8. 2. 2. Pull out a 2. That leaves 9x squared minus 4. Many times this will still be factorable. And in this case it is. Look at it. So that's a square rootable number and that's a square rootable number. So you leave that, whatever you pulled out at the beginning, you leave that chilling in front and you just factor that one. You continue. You factor more. What multiplies to 9x squared?
3x.
Oh, 3x and 3x. What multiplies to 4? 2, 2. 1 plus, 1 negative. There you go. That'll happen a lot. Even like simple ones like 3x squared minus 9x minus 54. You might be like, those are big numbers, that's hard. But look, if you use your calculator and you check, you'll find out that they all have 3 in common, and then when you pull a 3 out, it gets a lot easier, and that's still factorable. Multiplies the negative 18, adds the 3, you're like, oh hey, I'm getting good at this, that's 6 and 3. So you just be like, 3 chilling in front, factor that, x and x, it's going to be minus 6 plus 3.
That's cute.
Gets a lot easier if you pull out what they have in common first. Won't happen on all of them, but there is a lot of them where it does. Okay, folks at home, this is what we're doing. You're going to have to write all these problems down since I can't fax you. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. The ones I crossed off, you don't have to do. There's like number 1 through 15. You can pause it right now and write all those down. Then we'll go up here and go like 16's crossed off, but there's 16 through 27. Pause it, write all those down. You can watch, it's okay. I know this is weird. And then there's the back, which I crossed off quite a few here. I crossed off everything down there, so it's just 28 through 37. All just factoring. I don't know where you're going to get help if you need help, but good luck, because I think we're just going to be working on this for the next 2 days in here. So it's probably signing off for break. We're going to do this in the next 2 days, and then we're going to take a quiz. That's it for this week. Merry Christmas.